I'm Courtney Ramm. I'm a performance manager here at Thrive. I work on the ecom division where I work with lots of amazing brands, helping them build strategies.
I was hoping today that we could chat a little bit about how you think marketers should think about and approach competitor research.
You should approach competitor research as an ongoing play for your strategy rather than just being a routine step in your initial exploration or your data collection phase. Instead, I look at it as a permanent extension of your reporting and your regular strategy meetings that you may have with your partners and clients. For example, if you're an e-commerce brand in a very saturated market with a lot of different emerging competitors in your space, you need to continuously and frequently reassess what's working for them, what's not working for them, and then be able to also identify some of those key gaps. But ultimately, who are they in that specific time? Because I can guarantee you that the ones that you picked out a couple years ago when you did your analysis, or even last year, or have likely changed, especially if you're in that specific market.
Interesting. So, if I can repeat back what you said to you, or
Mhm.
what I got out of it, you're saying that a lot of marketers think of a competitor research as like a one and done yearly strategy thing. And you're saying it's an always on approach, and that you should also always be looking for maybe new competitors that weren't on your radar earlier. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that there's lots of opportunity to create something that's quite automated. So you're doing a lot of the work for yourself in the future. So it's an easy pull to kind of measure up and also compare like where do you fit it within these competitors. So yeah, I would say definitely don't miss out on looking at your current but also emerging by setting up something that's automated to provide those frequent updates and do that work for you.
Interesting. And are there any like specific markers or metrics, or like what are the things when you do look at your competitors, like what are we looking at specifically?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of great resources that are, publicly available, but there's also lots of licenses that will allow you a bit more of that granular detail that might help you inform some of your strategies. But I would always say take it with a grain of salt because a lot of the numbers that do come forward, whether it's media spend, et cetera, are not perfect by all means, but they do allow a good place to start when you're thinking about different budgets and benchmarks, etc. But I typically think of it as more of a deep dive into what is their creative, what are things that they're potentially not doing that may have an opportunity or identify as a gap for us to kind of go in and hopefully dominate that specific market, and just outlining rather than being too much around the KPIs because it's hard to kind of lean too heavily in understanding the full picture. Really, just taking a lot more of analysis of what they're got going on in the market, who they are going after, what is that messaging, and ultimately where are they on the digital landscape.